Hey, hello and welcome once again to my YouTube channel. This is Flex Image. If this is your first time visiting, don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel and also turn on the notification icon. And if you're already a subscriber, welcome back. So this video is going to be a different video from all other of my video which I've been dropping in the past. I'll be doing extreme manipulation with this particular picture you are seeing right now. So with no further ado, let's jump into action. So this is the picture we were taking with Canon USR, a 3 light setup. So, and a 15mm prime lens, aperture f/4, ISO 100, shutter speed 1/125. So click on open. I want to do basic adjustment setting here first. So I'm going to increase the shadow a little bit. I'll bring down the highlight. I'm going to bring up the exposure a little bit. I'll bring down the white, bring down the highlight also again. I think I'm basically done here. I'm not going to be adding saturation here. Just click on open. Then I'll wait for my picture to open in Photoshop. Wait to open up. So the next thing you need to do, I usually tell you guys, retouch your picture before you have to jump into anything manipulation. Make sure you retouch your picture first. That's the first step when it comes to manipulation, because once you're done with the manipulation and you say you want to go and retouch, I won't advise that, because you might later do a mistake that you want to go back a previous step, and you won't be able to do that once you have retouched your picture. So let's say we're done with the retouching right now, which I have not. The next thing we need to do is to do what? Click on your crop tool. My crop is about 4 by 5 pixels right now, which is the size I love using the most. But as you can see, it's cutting off parts of my pictures. So I'll just drag down like this. I'll drag up also again. See, I see what I like. I think I like it. I like it around this way. So the next step for you to do what? For you to remove our subject from the background, which is what I'm going to be doing. I'll be doing that with you guys, but I already have my cropped out picture. I have my retouched picture also. I don't want to take much of the time because the manipulation is going to take a little bit of time. So let's jump straight into that also.
So in case you're interested in getting any of my picture editing file, from my overlays down to my color lookup, which is my LUT file, so you just have to scroll down to your video. So under the comment, this is my description. So it's not going to load the description for you. You just have to click on show more, click on it. So it's going to show all the options. Once it does that, just click on my store link. So here's my store link. Once you click on it, it's going to take you directly to my store. So you can actually select any file you want. From the color lookup, this is a light skin LUTs. This is a feather which I use in my recent video. This is 100 premium baby overlays. This is my first video course. This video course entails on how to download all the files I want. The site I use in downloading all my files free of charge, including my Photoshop panels also. This includes my PNG files. This includes all my packs, all my picture editing files, my premium overlay, my PNG, my flying fabrics, my color lookup, my presets. So once you buy this, you've already bought everything apart from this one. So here is my flying fabrics. Here is my, in case you want to give me any project for me to work on. Here's my color lookup. Here is my background overlay, and here is my presets file. So in case you're interested in buying any one, you can actually go for them. The good news there is that you can actually buy your own currency, any currency of your choice. You can buy with any currency of your choice.
So as you can see right now, I've expanded my picture, but this is the one I'll be using right now. So I want there to be enough border room for my picture so that the background is going to look very, very beautiful with the picture. So here's what my expansion look like. The next time I need to do is to crop out my picture. So just go back to this layer icon over here, click on Ctrl G on it so that I can duplicate my layer. So let's name this now my subject. Then you can use whatever selection tool you know how to use, but I already have my selection, so I'll just go to select, another select. I'll go to root selection. I'm going to click on this transparency and select the name I saved the selection with, which is this over here, and I'll click on OK. And see, I have my selection. But you will notice the moment I'm selecting it, I was able to subtract the stab she's holding, because I don't actually need the stab. I need something else for her to be holding up. So all I just need to do right now is to do what? Click on the max icon over here. You can see if you turn off your background layer, you see I've actually done something very, very nice over here. So let's turn this back on right now. You can decide to fill all this area up. Should we do that? Okay, let's try and do that right now. But I don't think there's a need. Let's not waste our time. Let's just jump straight into our manipulation. So I'll go back to my file manager right now and I'll pick my background. So let me show you how I actually got this background. I just went to my phone. I dropped a video earlier on how to use Leonardo Leonardo. So I just went to my phone, I scrolled through the Leonardo app, and I gave it the prompt I actually want, and generated this backdrop for me. Generated about 4 or 5 backdrop, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I just picked one out of it and I make use of it, which is this particular one over here. So I will drag it down to my Photoshop. I wait for it to load up, and I'm going to expand it like see fit. I want it around this way. I'll click on OK first. Then I'm going to drag it below my subject layer. You can see right now. So Ctrl T again, I'm going to drag it to where I want it to be. I think around this way is okay. Wait for it to load up. I'm going to leave it this way like this. So the next thing I'll be doing, I'll bring in my staff, which I'll be putting in her hand so that she'll be holding to make it look as if she's holding a spear. So I'll go back to my file manager again. I think I have that over here, which is this. And I'm going to drag it down to my Photoshop. Wait for it to load up. I'm going to adjust the size around this way. I think it's okay like this. And I'm going to zoom in so that it's going to fit in where the other stab is. I think around this way. I'll click on OK first to check it out. See all that balance. Ctrl T again. I'm going to adjust it. Make sure you just take your time with it. You can expand the size a little bit. Take your time with it. I think around this way is okay. Around this way is okay. But this is not that perfect. I don't want to waste more time. I don't want to waste more time here. You can go as long as possible until you get what you want. Yeah, this is actually still okay for me right now. So that being said, right now, I think we are done with the first step right now. The next step is for you to bring back our shadow, our footer shadow. Though we don't need it that much, but in case most of you do not have the Photoshop I'm using, which is 2025 version, which is the AI version, you'll be needing this right now. So I'll just go back to my background layer. Let's turn all this off right now. And I'm going to circle where the shadows are before. Lasso 2. I'll pick my lasso 2 right now. Don't forget my feather is on 20%. I'm just going to do what? I'm going to scroll around where the shadow is before. I just want to return the shadow back to the initial picture. Once I'm done with it right now, just Ctrl J on it, and I'll drag it to the on top of the background, which is this right now. So let me turn this on back right now. Let me turn this back on also. Let me turn this back on. So as you can see, it's giving us a plain color, but that's not what we want. So from normal, we change it down to multiply. So if you have to zoom in very well now, you see our shadow is actually back, but it came with a little bit of dark shape over here, which I don't like. So Ctrl L on it. So under the brightness, drag it down. So it's going to reduce it for us. Under the darkness, drag it up. So it's going to darken the area I want it to darken. So let me see, drag this side up again. As you can see, it's actually looking very, very nice. Click on OK. So Ctrl U on it, then desaturate it. Under the saturation, drag it down. And you see it's actually blending right now. If you have to zoom in very well now, you will see our shadow is still there, which is very, very nice. So that being said right now, I think the picture is even good to go, but something about me, I love where my picture have depth of field. I want to add the depth of field to this also again. Don't worry, this is not actually a long process. You guys might be thinking, it's going to take a bit of probably an hour or so. Very, very easy. Photoshop will make that easy. All I just need to do right now is to come to the uppermost layer. Next thing I'll do right now is Ctrl Shift and E to create a sample layer of everything I've created so far. Then I'll just go to filter. Under filter, I'll go to camera raw. So I camera raw 16.5 and above, I'm not mistaken. Yeah, the ones with the auto blur, the lens blur. You should be able to do this with just a simple click. Then scroll down to where that is right now. Just scroll down. As you can see, lens blur. What I just need to do is to click on dots, click on apply. Then I'll wait for it to load up. And boom, look at what it did for us. It actually blurred everything out. But the issue you're having right now is going to blur out some part of the body, which we don't like. But don't worry, we'll make an amendment to that. But right now, if the blur is not enough for you, come to the blur amount here, increase it to whatever radius you want. Beauty about this is that, as you can see, it knows where to blur out and where not to blur. Look at the flow area, look at how sharp it is. Now look at the back, look at how blurry it is. Look at this side, look at how it's going to give you the perfect lens blur, as if you are using the lens to blur out the picture. So let's say we're done with the blur right now. Just click on OK, open it in Photoshop, and let's work on our amendment right now. All you just need to do is the subject you just selected right there. You just have to bring it on top of this layer 2 right now, if you get what I mean. And boom, look at what it did for us. It actually blurred out those areas for it, make it look very, very real, as if we are using the perfect lens to take our picture. But right now we still have an issue right now, which is our what? Our arm, which is actually blurred out. So for you to make that work right now, this object right now, just drag it on top of what you just created. Can you see the arm is back? Look at the before and after of that. This is the before and this is the after. Very, very easy and straightforward. That being said, right now, the next thing for you to do and start collaborating your picture, then we'll call it a day. So the first thing I would like to do is to collaborate just the skin alone before I collaborate everything all together. I'll just go to my adjustment layer, click on color lookup, click on load 3D lot, and I'm going to scroll down to what? I'll scroll down to my perfect skin. Boom. But this is too much. I'll bring down the opacity. Like this. I think is okay. But I don't want it to apply on all the picture. I just want it on our skin alone. So I'll just max it to the background, to the subject layer right now, before and after. So right now I'm going to darken everything a little bit because you know I love low light. Back to adjustment layer, click on color lookup, click on the 3D lot, and I will click on my Mela chocolate. And boom. And if it's too much you're liking, come down to the opacity, you drag it down. Very, very simple and straightforward. With this right now, you can export your picture. But for those who want to add the water reflection, which I added to mine, want to add that water reflection to your own picture, very, very easy, but you're going to need the AI version of Photoshop, which is the 2024 and 2025 version. You need to have that. For you to do that right now, just click on your polygonal axis tool. Then scroll over the area you want there to be river. I think I want them to be stream over here. So I'll just click right there and meet up here. Then I'll click on generative field. I'm going to input my prompt right now. Generate a stream. Then I'll click on generate. Then I'll wait for it to load up. Boom, we have this water stream we have over here, and I love it. So it's actually, this is not the only one it gives to us. I think it gave us about 3 in number. Sorry, it gives about 3 in number, but this is the one I love to go with. So this is the first one it gives to us. I don't like the way the leg is. This is the second one, which I don't love at all. I love this. I really, really do love this. So we're done with our manipulation now. So let's say now you want to transform the picture, you want to make it a short video clip, just like the one I posted on my WhatsApp status and also on my IG. So for you to do that, all you just need to do is to do what? Let's go to your browser and search for Klingai, KLINGEI.com. So you wait for it to load up. We'll be generating a 30 seconds video. Generating a 30 seconds video. Sorry, a 5 seconds video showing us what our picture looks like in video, assuming that is actually a video. So I already have an account with them, so that's the reason why it brought me here. Just wait for it to load up. So I'll come down to this video editing tools over here, which is this Klingai. So I'll click on it, click for it to load up, click on got it. Let's use the 1.5. Let's use the 1.5 because this is going to come with watermark. This will come with watermark. Let's use the 1.5 or 1.0. So then I'll go to my file manager, I'll click on add, then I'll go to where the picture is located. So I'm going to add the picture to it. So it's going to transform the picture to video for us. So let me go to desktop. Let me see if I see I have the picture over here. Okay, this is the picture over here. I'll just click on open. So I'm going to input my prompts. Let's keep loading. So let me input my prompt here. Let me input my prompt here. Make a move forward. And change pose. Very, very simple as that. So let's wait for our picture to be uploaded first. Let's wait for our picture to get uploaded. So once you're done with that, all you just need to do is to do what? Click on generate. And it's going to generate your picture video for you in no time. Very, very simple as that. So if this video helps, don't forget to drop a like. Someone out there might be in need of this video. See you guys in my next video tutorial. Reflex out. Quick one. So I just created a Telegram premium group, unlike my regular group before. So this will just be for some restricted member, no more than 50. So I only need 50 members in this group, whereby I'll be sharing some tips, some tricks on how to actually become a better photo editor and manipulator. So here's what it's going to entail. I'll be giving you some of my videos, some undocumented videos, some of the video I record and I did not do what edit, so that I won't be able to hide some of the flaws I make while editing my picture. So this will be given to you also there, some of the videos which I recorded. So different sites where you can get photo editing software for free. So you buying everything every time from the overlay down to the PNG, etc. etc. You can do what you can just go there and download them for free. So this site will be dropped for you guys free of charge. Access to all my files, both recent and future files. So any file you see I use in the picture, that means I have a collection of it. So I'll be uploading most of the collections here. Whenever I get a new collection, I'm going to upload it here so I can get access to it, both my lot and my preset also. I'll be giving you some videos on my BTS, including my light setup, etc. So you can do what you can know how I set my lighting, how I achieve my picture. So some trials and errors also in editing while I'm editing my picture, some of the errors I make and you guys don't see in the YouTube video I drop. So this will also be dropped on there also.